Nope, I have no idea. If someone wants to go and look that up. Not the symbol, the number 2000. There is no 2000 in this tab though, like this is completely not clickable. Right or left? Oh! Wait, why didn't that happen last time? Oh, I see. Clicking on that, oh, alright. Okay, that makes more sense. Cool. We got there in the end. Thank you, chat. Alright, so, next. First Vienna Award. This will anger the Allies, but only just. The Hungarians were one of the people that suffered the most after the Great War, following the dismantling of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Many Hungarians are now stranded on soil previously considered theirs for hundreds of years. We could greatly improve our relations with Hungary by giving them some of the territories from Czechoslovakia. German demands for the Sudeten territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerable German minority, have intensified. At a summit held in Munich, Germany, Britain, France and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. Czechoslovakia was not invited to attend. An agreement was reached in which Germany annexes the Sudeten land, but will not pursue any further territorial gains in Europe. Mr. Chamberlain spoke to crowds in front of London. While the second time a Prime Minister has returned from Germany, bringing peace with honour. I believe it is peace for our time. Peace for now, at least. And we have actually got spare factories. 3 of them. Thanks to the Sudetenland. So what are we short on? Panzer 3s, though we're overcoming that pretty quickly. We're still 8,000 AT short. 81 of those, but I think we'll overcome that pretty quickly. 1,200 machine guns, 1,900 mortars. So machine guns and mortars and radio. Machine guns, mortars and radios. I'm not even sure I'm still making machine guns. I think I'm going to put a second factory into you. Am I not producing radios? I am producing radios. Let's put a 4th one into that. And then machine guns. Which is again going to be a fairly high level requirement, so we'll put that up by the support equipment. Okay. Now, are any of these things... Can I just upgrade? Yeah, let's do conversions where possible. Because that upgrades older models into the newer ones. I don't know what you were upgrading. Oh, you're upgrading medium bombers. You know what? Sure. Because it actually increases your construction speed. So that's fine. That would explain why I'm producing medium bombers. I don't know that that was necessarily on purpose, but I'll take it. Rename cities. Sure. Ordering the 46th Infantry Division. The 46th Infantry Division was formed in 1938 under the command of Generalmajor Paul von Hasse. It fought in the invasion of Poland in 1939 and the following year was engaged in the fighting in France. It remained there until 1941, then participated in the invasion of Yugoslavia in April. During the invasion of the Soviet Union, it was attached to Army Group South and marched through the Ukraine into Crimea. In March 1945, the division was designated a Volksgrenadier formation, the 46th Volksgrenadier Division, where its numbers depleted. The division surrendered to the Soviets in May 1945. Do it. Do it now. Who did you get stolen from? Oh, nobody. Well, that's interesting. How much is it going to cost to promote Witzman? Oh yeah, you wanted to know where Wykes is? Wykes is here, he's an artillery guy. Promoting costs 35-ish. Will be cheaper for Witzman though. I do like this guy. He's got the infantry officer experience and he's also got a bucket load of planning. So if I start adding more infantry divisions, it's going to be under him. Am I going to get the historical Panzer division? I mean, I've been doing that as and when they become available. We already got them all. Or do you mean there were more of them here now? Ah, there are. So yes, I think we will get the first Leichter Brigade, Leichter Division, and the second, and the third. Sure, why not? Oh, I need to have completed Achtung Panzer to refit my Panzer divisions. There's actually a bunch of things I need to have researched for this. Which I don't think is going to take me too long. Okay, so here we go. The first Leichter Brigade was a mechanised unit established in October 1937 in imitation of the French Division Légère Mécanique. It was intended to take on the roles of army-level reconnaissance and security that had traditionally been the responsibility of the cavalry. It included mechanised recon units, motorised infantry and a battalion of tanks. The concept of the Leichter Brigade, of which 3 were planned in the Wehrmacht, quickly showed its flawed nature and was abandoned. In April 1938, the brigade was enlarged to become the 1st Leichter Division, receiving the 11th Panzer Regiment as an attachment to its participation in the occupation of the Sudetenland in October 1938. The subsequent disestablishment of Czechoslovakia in March 1939, following the later division, received 130 Czech-built tanks which were superior to the Panzer I and IIs. The division had been equipped with. In 1939, the division fought in the invasion of Poland. Due to shortcomings that the campaign revealed in the organisation of the Leichter Divisions, it was reorganised into the Panzer Division in October 1939. The 2nd Leichter Division was created on the 10th of November 1938 in the region of Thüringen. The light divisions were created on the instigation of the cavalry arm of the German army, who feared their scouting and screening roles were taken over by the Panzerwaffe. The division was designed to provide mobility and armoured protection to its forces and was composed of the 6th and 7th Cavalry Schützen Regiments, the 7th Altklarierungs Regiment and the 60th Panzer Battalion. These were supported by the 78th Artillery Regiment and the 58th Pioneer Battalion and the 42nd Panzerabwehr Battalion. Its single Panzer Battalion was equipped with the Panzer I training tank and the Panzer II interim production tank. Both of these vehicles were small, lightly armoured and lightly armed. Huzzah! In 1939, the division was part of the German 10th Armée during the invasion of Poland. Due to shortcomings in the campaign revealed, the organisation of the Leichter Division was reorganised to the 7th Panzer Division in October 1939. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Question. Would the lighter divisions be counted as motorized or tanks? These, I would say, are motorized. So they can go after Munstein. You worried about the low number of troops in the French front? Nah, I'm not. I can always shift more troops over there if I need to. And also, I do have a bunch of garrison units. Speaking of which... let's make sure that all of the ports and things are properly garrisoned. Which will apparently require a bunch more garrison units. Well, I better go and build some garrison units. Grenzwacht or Grenzwacht mit Artillerie. I think this is just going to be Grenzwacht, although these are really small. But then again, these are really small, so... yeah. Give me another 12 of those. That's the whole army, isn't it? Just give me another 10 as well. I don't really care if these guys don't have full kit. And then the 3rd Leichter Division. The 3rd Leichter Division, sometimes described as the light mechanized or the light panzer, to distinguish it from the later light infantry divisions, was raised in November 38. In 39 it fought on the invasion of Poland. On the 4th of November 39, soldiers from the division entered the region of Katowice, where they met resistance from the local Polish population. In retribution, 80 Polish prisoners of war were gathered in Koziuszko Square by German soldiers and executed. Due to the shortcomings of their campaign revealed in the organisation, the Light Division was reorganised into the 8th Panzer Division in October 39. So I'm guessing that, yeah, you're another motorised. You can go into that. So I need to get Achtung Panzer sometime soon. Is there a west wall? Oh, 39. Oh, I can't do that until I'm at war. Okay. Oh yes, there's the west wall. Okay. Maybe once we've done the Vienna Award, while we're waiting for international tempers to cool, shall we say. We'll get that done, we'll get Achtung Panzer done. And we also need to research signal companies. The Empire of Japan issues diplomatic protest. We will send our attaches wherever the heck we want to. Whoa, Japan! No, Japan! Stop! How is China looking? Industrially. They have got about 30 military factories to Japan's 70. And about 30 civilian factories to Japan's 50. So Japan is definitely ahead industrially. I wonder how many casualties have been in that war so far. China's lost 665,000. They're actually halfway to capitulation. Communist China is also not faring particularly well. Actually, looking at it industrially, they're not that far apart. Japan's probably got 170 factories to their 140. So as long as the warlords can stay alive, and the Republic of China doesn't capitulate, they will eventually fight back, because I think that they will industrialize quicker. Joint industrial policy. A foreign minister met today with a counterpart in the state of Xinjiang. Oh, good. Carry on. So how dreadfully short on equipment am I? Okay, so that did use up a bunch of tanks. Heavy artillery is short again, but we should make up that deficit soon enough. Also used up a bunch of trucks, but we get those back pretty quickly as well. Fleet coordination. That was a naval doctrine, which now allows me to get fleet logistics, which will allow me to upgrade range of my surface ships. I think before I do that, though, I want to upgrade my destroyer screens. I want to get them, like, up to date. Because I'm really going to try and keep my trade network open if I can. That's my objective here. The Greek government has agreed to the rearmament of the Bulgarian military after the Great War. Bulgaria has been limited to its military efforts and production. Bulgaria has a record of abiding to them, however, which has convinced the Greeks that some effects should be lifted. Historical AI is turned on. Does China have focuses to move their industry west? I don't know. They're purchasing equipment, so that's good. How's the cooperation with China going so far? It's good. Like, they're increasingly fascist. This is totally going to spark a civil war in China, which is just going to be the death knell. But hey, it's worth it. We'll at least have a fascist faction there. That's a lot of assistance they can purchase. What was I looking up again? Oh yeah, moving factories. I don't know. Factories are usually over here. They have a tiny little industrial path. There's really not a lot to it, though. Oh, this is... No, that's just prospecting. Oof. Oh, I really hope they did these before they went to war. And then the Natural Resources Commission needs... You know what? I doubt that they did. I have a feeling they can only do that if they survive China. Although I have no evidence to actually say that. Alright. Who are you? Why are you a random infantry? Oh, right. So, random infantry needs a random infantry commander. George from Kuchl is not too shabby. Do we have any other infantry guys? We do! Gotthard Heinrichi. Who is another planning guy. Alright then. No, we do not have Lieb leading an army. He has Old Guard, which means he's terrible. There's only so historical I'm going to go here. You have stopped doing stuff. Why? Because you're not actually going to be boosting fascism there at all. Alright, well in that case I think I'm going to start spying on the French. It is time. First Vienna Award, there we go. Oh, that was a bit slow. Okay, we're good. So, Fate of Czechoslovakia would be the next one, but because we only did the last focus 35 days ago, the Allies are super pissed with us right now. So, to let them cool their heels a little bit, I'm going to instead start researching Achtung Panzer! Achtung Panzer is a book written by Heinz Guderian, evaluating the development and the use of the first tanks during the Great War. Guderian argues that traditional cavalry should be replaced with mechanized infantry and that the use of armoured vehicles will play a key role in the use of mobile warfare tactics. That sound should be in Vanilla Hard to Find 4. It just makes everything better, yeah. The armed forces of Japan have long acknowledged that the Empire of Japan does not possess the natural resources needed for a long, prolonged war effort. With rising tensions and outbreaks of armed conflict involving the world's major powers, the threat of loss of import seems greater by the day. To counter this, Japanese strategists have come up with a strategic plan to seize Western colonies in Southeast Asia and the Pacific. These resource-rich regions will fuel the Japanese war machine and allow it to continue more or less unhindered, as long as the colonial powers of the United States can be kept at bay. War in Southeast Asia seems likely. I think this Guderian guy might be onto something. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, extra factories. Before we get too deep into that, I think I probably want to queue up a couple more military factories going, because we really need to industrialize. Although the fact that Britain has more civilian factories than me terrifies me a bit. Yeah, you've got probably about 140. I have 114. And I only have maybe double the number of military factories. But then again, we're Germany. We need more military factories. I screwed up at the start and built militaries instead of... Sorry, I built... not militaries. The other one. The opposite of civilian factories. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe the UK has more from trade. Not sure. Can I see that? Because that would actually be reasonable. Can't see. Because for me... I'm only getting 6 from trade. Okay, so what am I still short on? I'm gonna guess anti-tank. Yeah. We really need to double down on the anti-tank production. And mortars. And machine guns. And radios. You know what? I think I'm going to double down on the radios, because they're more widespreadly useful. So let's go up to, say, 6 military factories. How many radios am I making a day? 23. Well, alright then. Why are you all red? Bad supply. Yep, that will do it. You are really oversupply. Well... That's you guys. Let's grab, say, 6 of you. And leave you here. Oh, shoot. As a reserve that we can ship in, should it become necessary. No point sitting here taking attrition. Ah, Upgraded guns. Lovely. Let's be making more of those. Are they also cheaper than the previous set? By any chance? No. These ones are not. Defense is better, reliability is better, piercing is a lot better, hard attack is the same, breakthrough is better, but they do cost more. Alright. Well, it is 39. This is a military technology. We could get more fuel capacity for motorized, which isn't actually a bad idea. Sniper teams, commando battalions, defense and soft attack. All infantry, motorized, mechanized gain defense and soft attack. We can also upgrade to infantry gun 2s. I'd rather do things which require production first, although I do know that we have about 1 billion of those in storage. So there is that. Okay, so you are no longer taking supply issues. Supply is now acceptable. To the point where I'm actually kind of wondering, maybe we can put, say, 2 more of them back on this line, so we have 8 and 4. We'll see how supply lines deal with this. Perfect. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. Italy and Germany have expressed many conflicting interests, particularly with Austria and the Balkans. This has not, however, prevented the countries' foreign policies growing ever friendlier towards each other, and negotiations are underway for a pact that will protect common interests. If negotiations are successful, we could see an alliance that will be able to exert great influence in Central and Eastern Europe. Now what does that mean I need to do? I can assert Eastern claims, although allies are still a bit miffed. Where's the... oh yeah, alliance with Italy, there it is. "56 days, so I'm thinking like at the outbreak of war, try and get that alliance going. Signal companies eat up a lot of radio but give organisation initiative bonuses. They're a must-have for all frontline divisions. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, that's why I suspect that I'm so short on... radio kit. Actually, no, it's the headquarters units that's doing it. I don't think I actually have signals yet. Might need to research that. No, it just adds radio equipment automatically. I don't think there is a signals unit. At least not that I've seen. It just upgrades the command units. Oh no, here they are. Shoot.